I don't know what they call it in the game. It's not a game. So people face this dilemma a lot. Do they go and hire an architect first to do the design, or do they go to a building company, a construction company to discuss it first? So after 25 years in the game, it hasn't been a game. Anyway, so after 25 years, these are my thoughts. The two pathways are either go to an architect, tell them what you need, they will draw it all up, and then you go ahead and get some tenders and get built, or you go to a construction firm first, discuss what you want to do, and let them lead those pathways. My thoughts on those two pathways: number one, if it's something that's a little bit out of the ordinary, where creativity and the look matters, go to an architect first, because the builder won't have a shit show in hell of creating something good. This is where it gets tricky, because the architects don't have a finger on the pulse in terms of cost. They do have numbers for projects where it has been tendered out, and 2 or 3 or 4 contractors have given a price, and that is their guideline, but that was the contract value. Well, it isn't the contract value, because by the time the project finished, there was a whole lot more stuff that happened, that got added on, this nasty word called variations. End result of that contract cost wasn't what was the tendered value. So if cost is of any consequence to you, then keep that in mind, that those guidelines on cost are a very high level estimate. Secondly, there is a very limited number of architects who have actually been on construction sites full time, day to day, to see how things are put together, where the problems occur, and so on and so forth. They only get called in when the problem has occurred, and then they go and try and work with the construction team to try and resolve it. So that's the second thing. So the first one was creativity, the second one was how is the experience physically on site constructing things. So now you look at the other pathway. When you go to a construction company first, they have been building things for a while. They're problem solvers, they've seen all the problems. They're not that creative, so don't ask them to do the design. The best solution, in my opinion, is to go and find a reputable firm that understands your language, is at your wavelength, and then find an architectural firm as well that you'd like to work with, or ask your construction firm for recommendation, go through some reference checks, whatever else, and get the construction firm to lead the project, engage the architect in there, so you get it's a hybrid situation, you get the best of both worlds. Now, this is the problem. People say, well, if the construction firm is involved, how do I know I'm getting best value for money? You don't. Now, if you are the sort of person that goes to the Avondale flea market, you walk around, you see onions, and if you walk around the whole flea market, you will see this guy selling it for $2.99, someone selling it for I don't know the price of onions, $2.50, whatever. If you're gonna spend an hour walking around trying to find the cheapest and best quality onions, this isn't for you. There's a simple way. You can hire a quantity surveying firm to give you an indicative cost. If the cost is, say, from here to here, and you talk to a construction firm, they are somewhere in between there, but you happen to like them, you can relate to them, go with your gut and go with them. Do your reference checks and all of the above. Let them lead the project. You will achieve a far better result if you have the right people on board. The problem with going with the architects first is you go in, very fancy design, you love it, fantastic looking. Now you put it out to tender. You say, I need 4 people to price the job, and we'll pick one of those 4. Those 4 people price the job. None of them are within the original budget that you had in mind. What do you do now? I say, I need to save costs. That's one option. You hunt around, you go and try and find the cheapest builder you can find. That's another option. Then you're the flea market guy. You will go around and try and find the cheapest, and you may not get the best result. You might, or you might not. That's my opinion. Architectural design first, or construction company first, or a hybrid that you control. And remember, you can't change the world, but you can change your perspective. Ciao.